Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first trading day after the daylight savings time, aka the worst trading day of the year. And let's see what everything's been doing first, yeah? So here in Treasuries, we're pretty flat compared to where we were on Friday, but you notice here we had to move down. That's where we made some money, and then we came right back. So the market is still undecided on what the jobs numbers from last Friday mean, because of course it was a lot of jobs added. I mean, that was crazy. But we're not seeing the inflation still, and the inflation is a big deal. And they held off on rate increases last year because of the inflation numbers, and we kind of saw this all year until the end of the year. So this could continue. This could move treasuries back up. Here in the E-mini, we're actually a little bit higher, and they had a good run in the E-mini. So we'll see what happens. This could, of course, continue through. And if we do get this situation where the treasuries don't move, so you can see it again. If treasuries start moving up here, and the E-mini keeps going up, that's really good. We're in a good spot right here. Here's our other charts. So you can see here, treasuries have kind of flattened off a little bit. I keep wanting them to go back down to these lows. In the E-mini. Okay, so we're at a critical spot in the E-mini. Wow. And we're going to have to watch that. Super important. Oh yes, so before we go into Bitcoin stuff, let's make sure that all of the links are out, right? Why is it not showing us? We are live, right? Okay. Wait, it says that we're offline. Oh no. Well, it says I'm online. It's just YouTube for some reason when I reload the dashboard doesn't see that I am online. What does... Okay. So we see us on Twitch. Okay, so there's some options today. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Let's look what's going on with YouTube. It also says that I am now not monetized. Okay, on January 16th, we announced new eligibility requirements once the channel reaches 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers, it will be reviewed to join the program. Okay. If you meet the new threshold, your pending application will be reviewed. Okay, so am I supposed to go in here and do something? Oh. I'm logged in as the wrong person, that's why. Bada boom, now I can see it. Awesome. Okay. I'm so silly. I still don't see my channel though. I see some people are connected though. Hi guys. There we go. Now it gives it to me. Okay. Well, that was kind of weird, but I understand why that happened. Okay. So I was talking about my other channel that I don't use. And it was saying, oh, you're not eligible for any of the cool YouTube stuff anymore because it doesn't have 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so where were we? Bitcoin. You can see here Bitcoin moving up over the weekend. And we got a decent move up there, but the futures are selling off that move. And here in our larger view, so that we can see on the cash exchanges here on a 6-hour basis, we kind of had a double bottom retest, move higher. I'm super skeptical. So this looks a lot like this right here. Do you see that? You see how this kind of moved up like that, and then we kind of get the same thing going on here. So I'm cautious. Optimistic but cautious. Okay. Oh, let's pull up Delta here too. Okay, so before this move down, we were at about 500, and now we're at 446. So it looks to me like, well, and let's go on a 1-day basis. Okay, so we can see here where's Bitcoin Cash? Oh, okay, so Bitcoin Cash has recovered quite a bit. Let's look at it in here. Okay. So yeah, so Bitcoin Cash has recovered about half. Ethereum. Ethereum's not looking quite so positive. I think the reason that we're doing well here is because we've made some money on the Bitcoin private now. It was $60 before, and now it's $80. So that's good. I'm still not so sure that mining that was the right choice, but because I could have made a lot of garlic coin from it. By the way, let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted. Dum, bum, bum. Where are you? How much garlic coin do we have now? We're over 200? Ooh, sorry, 300? 283. So let's just input that. $283 update. So we were 24.85. 27. Okay. I played a lot this weekend, so it didn't mind so much. Okay, so now that we got all those things out of the way, oh, what's this? Let's just get rid of that one. Yes, sir. Okay, so we do have the 10-year bond auction is today. Very important. Okay, so that gives us something to trade off of. Right, any comments here? Oh, I know you guys are there. Say hi. Boom, boom, boom. Good morning. Oh, and John's got his notes out nice and early. Equity bulls, yep. Okay, so the attractor above the market in ZB is the TPOC in the 143.18 area, which is very close. Last week ending by forming an inside bar on a weekly basis following the rollover to the June contract. The midpoint of last week's range is 143.13, which is the top of the range, by the way. Given that we have a Treasury auction today, I'm thinking we could see a continued move to the upside to set favorable prices before the auction. I agree. Well, and it's in the 10-year. So let's try and see. So the 13 would be 10. Definitely here in ZB. And then maybe 18. So around 20. Oh yes, that 080 was an important spot. Okay, so if we do get a move up, it could be a pretty decent one. At the moment, volume is a little mixed. And oh, why is this? What is wrong here? All right, let's fix this. I'm gonna turn the camera on here for a second. There we go. Sometimes it just needs to be reset. Okay, well, I agree that we could see a move up. Just based off of the fact that we're having an auction today. And I think that they're going to want to test some of these levels. Of course, it's like way up there. But 080 was the high off of that news. So that could totally get tested. Okay, ticked it down. Trading celebrity webinar today. Oh yes, Brett Sternberger. It would be a very good. Okay, so yes, he's a great person to watch. Yeah. That touch with no follow through of 143.13 is a bit of a downer. So that's kind of weird that I got this little thing in the chart. You should look at that, Pete. Let's register for this. Time is it? Oh, it's pretty early. So it's going to be at 10. That's kind of interesting. So about the time that we stop trading. Well, a little bit after. Okay, well that tick up there was a little bit too strong, all things considered. I'm not quite sure what to make of the E-mini, so we're talking in chat here. Alligator sees the weak head and shoulders pattern on the E-mini and is saying that equities may be set up for a weak open. I can see that, although I do see some cumulative delta higher there as well, so it may move up. They're buying it basically. Overall this morning they've been buying it. Market pressure has been buying. But these levels up above us are super critical levels in treasuries too. I think that they would have a really high probability of testing them. Now ZF was pushed us up there as well. Okay, well, so today, I'm a little tired. I'm sure a lot of people are a little tired. And I think that in order for me to take this long, I really need to see a strong indication that we're going to move up to that 080. So I'm going to wait here and watch it. They had their opportunity to bust 010 already and they didn't take it. And I see ZF ticking down there, yeah. So it might come down a little bit. A little wave of selling there as they did that. We might come down a little bit. The ZB might test that 05 level again. Yeah, this is super sketch. Super sketch. How are we doing? Oh, a little sparse today. That's okay. It's Monday. I'm sure that most of our friends are asleep right now. This sucks. I like it. Literally, it takes me like a good 10 days to feel like I'm really getting restful. And last night was just awful, awful sleep. So my wife was gone all weekend, so she back. So having another body in bed with you kind of. Then the kids decided to get in the bed, so I probably woke up like 20 times last night. Yeah. I bet after a workout this evening and lots of food, I think I will go right to sleep tonight though. Oh, that sucks. I'm already thinking about going to sleep tonight. Oh, it's so bad. Wow, Trump at Pennsylvania rally called Chuck Todd a sleeping son of a bitch. Wow. Well, I don't really like him, but I can't believe he said that. What am I saying? Of course he said that. I'm just even for Trump, a personal attack against that particular media person who hasn't. I mean, if it was who's that other guy from CNN that's always making a scene at the conferences? That one I could see, but that one's a little unusual. Chuck Todd, huh? Trump gun safety plan could include grant money for teachers' concealed permit carry. Oh yes, that'd be interesting. Okay, well, this is just kind of sitting here like we thought. They may yet move higher. Let's see. Although I have to say that tick down was really hurt the kite case. Okay, so the action is still super uncertain. Move up in ZB is looking good. If we could tick up here, I might be able to take it. Nope. Nobody's willing to take it there at 11. By the way, you notice here in the Bitcoin futures that they've held the price, but they were selling it here. I don't know if it's like a super significant. I mean, we are talking about like maybe 20 contracts here, but I find that really curious. And I think that the futures roll over for Bitcoin on like Thursday or Friday. I forget what day of the week it does it, but it's coming up here. Okay, we're gonna take it. Look at all of the selling and they're buying it. Yeah. Oh, hold the boat. I don't know what to think about that one, guys.
Bot said here comes the retest of the prior week's midpoint and the overnight high at 143.13 in ZB.
Okay, well, we got filled. Well, nobody really wants to sell it that bad, do they?
Bot said watching the NQ here for a move back to test Friday's VPOC and VWAP.
Okay, so I guess John is on the E-mini pullback side as well. I am still hesitant to say that they're gonna start by selling. But if the E-mini really, if ZN ticks through here, okay, so they ticked through them there. I think that one was expected. Maybe even another tick down might not be unusual. But if we do break the high here, then I think that increases dramatically the probability that the E-mini is going to start by selling off. What you type in here, John?
Bot said not liking this failure to test or extend 143.13 in ZB.
For all we know, that guy was just taking a tick off. Was 3,000 on both sides of it. Okay. That enticed a few people. If we had had an order at 120, it would not be filled yet. We'd still be 1,200 in line. Okay, so they broke through a fairly medium-sized iceberg there in ZF. And enough of a bid to hold it, but nothing super strong. Okay, so there it flipped. Ticked back up. I expect ZF to actually uptick. Well, now they're super comfortable there. Okay. So now that high is offer in ZF 1700. They're not gonna pull. They're gonna go right. They're gonna trade through that. I think they have to trade through that. Same here at 120.010 with 2K there. Definitely people that want to be filled. ZB though hasn't quite followed. So this is the one to watch if we're going to tick up here at 143.11. Are they going to put a big enough offer, or sorry, a big enough bid at 143.11 if we tick up? Okay, so 36 is not too promising. There was a stop. At least one order went off at 12. Okay, over 100. Okay, they hit it. I was in there. Still weak. I'm concerned. So I think I should see 5. Okay, there we go. Well, stopped him out. Good deal. I was gonna say I would be concerned if I start seeing like a 10K there. See if it was 5,000, that could just be profit taking from the open. That they traded through it. We saw some stops up at the top. I think that's what we should expect to see up there. So it's still not a for sure thing, but it could move up here. If I see a 10K though, that could be a ray lock, and that's where we would definitely want to get out if I see a 10K here. I mean, ZB is just doesn't look interested at the moment, does it? That's gotten bid off for several times. That's a weird.
Bot said you be stuck at the 16 level, always a meat grinder there no matter what treasury you're trading.
Yeah. Well, we ticked up and now we're just sitting here. I would say that's a good sign. Just because, if we ticked up and people wanted to sell it, they would have done it. And what we're seeing now instead is indicative of people that are short and hanging on. Even though we ticked a new high, they're trying to hang on. And so um, we grind around and then eventually we tick up. And then it's going to start stopping people out and kind of snowball up. Okay, so there was a bigger bid there in ZB. So now they could, yep. Oh, wow.
Bot said there we go.
We were like at what, 11? They went 1, 2, 3. Well, that was odd. I mean, it wasn't odd that we ticked up or anything like that. I mean, I was long. I was expecting us to go through, and I was just saying just before that happened, oh, it kind of looks like we're going to grind higher a little bit, and these people are going to get stopped out. But what was weird about it was how much it moved, because we were at 11, and then they put on 200 at 12, and then we immediately ticked up like 3 or 4 ticks. I mean, we should watch it again because that was a stock run. But to get that much slippage, that is unusual.
Bot said smart money exiting 1 tick in front of 16 in ZB.
Probably. Curious now that they stopped and the iceberg is at 143.13. It's going to be without 1,000 there at 13. Okay. Wow. Now some defense at 120.010, 5,000 bought there. Okay. And an almost equal amount that you're not seeing. Notice we had 5,000 sold. But when I look at the cumulative delta, it is not negative. So there was actually a significant amount of buying there that you don't see it as a big 5K because it got broken up by the up and down takes. So as long as we stay above that 01, that's a good. Oh, very strong uptick that time. I can't imagine why somebody would be selling a 1,000 at 13.
Bot said ZB still hunting that unfinished auction at 143.21.
Oh yeah, they definitely want it. Unfinished in ZB now. I'm sure they will trade right through that one. The 16. Hmm. Some flashing at 02. So like you see that where it went from 100 to 500 back to 100. Sometimes if you're trading and you really want to get filled, they'll flash it so that everybody else sees it, or to try and convince the robots to take it. Yeah, there you go. I think they should keep continuing. The ZF is kind of in a, what do we say, spot. all the way up to 010.
Bot said when pigs fly, face with tears of joy.
I think we're going to get sucked up to here in ZF. Oh, good morning, Marius. What do you think about this? Bitcoin eyes 10K, but charts hint at bull trap potential queen desk. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been seeing, dude. So, you probably weren't here when I started, but I'll show you here again. Got to keep a close eye on this on Treasuries, so don't let me get too distracted here. So when you look at this, here was a move down, and then we finally started getting some positive bars here. And so there was a lot of people thinking that we had hit the lows, or that it was over, and then we got this flush. And I kind of see a similar thing going on here, right? It's almost like the same size. The only thing that's going on here that I think is bigger is that you almost have like a double bottom. It's more clear. I don't see why would they push it all the way down here, or no, sorry, why would they make a push like that and then just give up? It doesn't make sense to me. And if they did, why wouldn't we, if we got out here, why wouldn't they come back to here and then put their short back on? So I would be super careful going long. I have some money on route to the exchange. I don't think it's there yet, but I'm not going to put it in until I get some sort of a better sign, you know. Preferably some real volume. So, you know, another thing is there's this low. These up bars just aren't pushing as much volume. So yeah, I agree. There is some real bull trap potential here, very much so. So could I try and approach this from a different direction too while we're at it? Let's do this from a value perspective. Oh, geez, that's not good. Okay, so it says our number today at 1678. Oh, 9761 is when it took it. Okay, so just a little bit higher than we are now. And it shows us at 90. Oh, snap. That's not good. Now I have to think about this. Well, I shouldn't be thinking about it too hard until after this trade in Xian is done. Those ticks downs, I think, were okay. I think CB will want to go further. So anyways, here 12. Here's the chart. You see it. Look at that. That's not good, guys. I mean, I guess the one thing that is good is that we could get back to 50 really easily. but I don't think that the numbers I'm getting out of my indicator right now are very good. Hmm. Well, so let's just shelve that thought for now and focus on the trade at hand. But I'll just let you know I'm having thoughts about
Bot
just
said
cashing out.
equities look like they are starting to ramp up into the NYSE Open, or at least trying to.
Okay. A bit of level 2 games here. Um, 16 is always a spot in ZB, so I think that might be why we're getting kind of some of what we have here.
Bot said UB is looking to test unfinished auctions at 155.26 and 156.01 while we wait FOZB to get unglued from the 16 level.
Okay, that was a good tick there. Kind of a strange location too. I think makes it more positive because here there wasn't too much going on in ZF, but in CB there's still this 16 going on
Bot said I
that they're
really
waiting
hate
on.
16.
Yeah, John really hates the 16, and that there's always games at 16, but then to have a tick up like that in ZN that they want to continue, and I think that could drag the other two with them. Once that I think that if that O2,
Bot said I
oh,
wish
I
they'd
guess
remove
not.
it like 13 in an elevator.
I was about to say if that O2 can get above 2000, and then
Bot said smiling face with open mouth.
the O25s would start pulling, but no, now they've put on the brakes. Well, let's move this up at least to there. Move it up to the VWAP, because if they get back to the VWAP, I really think this could be done. Oh, I should check back in here. Hey, Dan. Over 11K might be a sign. It's the next resistance point. I don't know, man. I'm feeling really mixed about this because I guess like when I saw that number, it kind of scared me. And I definitely feel fearful right now because I can see this going down and making a new low. And whereas on the upside, it's kind of like it's like my risk reward analysis right now is when I'm saying on the upside, what upside is there? Because for us to get back to where we were, you know, like what 12K I think it was. We would have to go into extremely
minutes plus / to NYSE open.
Extremely overbought conditions. And what is there out there that's going to sustain that kind of buying, you know? Because there just doesn't seem to be very much interest out there. So yeah, I'm concerned. I don't know if there's something that I'm missing, but I think that the indicators is saying that I need to get out. It's almost like, do I still have it open? No, I closed it. Silly me. It's like the same thing right here. See it? Here's the down, and then it went back up, and it was overbought, and then it made like equal to the low, came up, lower low, big pump, lower low. I wonder if we're gonna see the same pattern here. Here, this is gonna zigzag around a lot, and I'm now understanding why this did what it did, because they were making a little push up, just a little push up, and you're already getting to overbought levels, and they have to give it up, and I'm kind of seeing the same thing here now. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, if we want to get out, what do we do? How do we do this? So some of these I got to keep, right? Which ones do we got to get rid of? And, you know, definitely the biggest ones. So let's go rank it by highest holdings. I think that I would have to get rid of my Ethereum. The Steam I would keep because I have Steam power. Bitcoin Cash I would get rid of. See a coin. See a coin, I'm not sure. Why does it say the market value is $5? Oh, I'm up $5. Okay, see a coin, Sia coin, I'm not sure about if I should keep that one or not. Bitcoin private, I should probably just cash out on that one. Garlic coin I'm keeping.
Bot said we'll see if the NQ heads up to the overnight VPOC at 7,167.00 or down to Friday's VPOC at 7,095.25.
So Verge could still come back down to here. So I'm not sure about that one either. Monero, I think I would just cash that one out, yeah. NIM. I think I want to keep the NIM because it's on an uptrend. Grow I would keep because it's a longer term play. I don't really actually have any Bitcoin. I have like, how much is it? I have like 20 cents in Bitcoin. I don't know.
Bot said NQ heading lower at the moment.
Now, from a trading perspective, I think this kind of changes my calculation because as a bear trap, I don't think that makes sense. So let me try to explain. A bear trap is, you know, a recovery and price moving up to try and convince buyers to step in and then you know, crush it. And I don't think, I think
Bot
that
said stop run.
Did we get one in ZB? Oh yeah, we did. I think that this move down was the bear trap getting triggered. Now I'm almost wondering if you wanted to stop people out, I think you would want to move it up. Does it make sense? Move up, stop people out, get a bunch of people entering the market because of that, and then put on your shorts. Okay, so if I'm thinking about getting out here, I need to hold off because I don't think that the sell is coming yet. I think that there's going to be a more significant move up. Oof. This is a tough decision making here, guys. Thought it was going to be easier in my Bitcoins. Why would you get rid out of Ethereum? The new update is coming. Okay, so that's a good point. And you know, we're seeing some indication of that in the chart for Ethereum. You see, notice how it's moving up in value compared to volume. Seems to me like some people have been buying Ethereum up because of the update. So it's going to go down, but how low, that is the question. Well, I think...
IQ said bots, you think the top is in ZB? We got to 17, 3 away from a tractor.
ZN hasn't moved nearly far enough to for this trade to be working out. I see a little bit of weakness in the E-mini still, though. And acceptance of price up at the highs.
Bot said not yet, no.
I think that they keep pushing it.
IQ said upside TGT 143.28 area.
Hmm. Okay, so a lot of selling came in there and they just gobbled it up.
Bot said first target above us is 21. Bot said 1027 if they can make 21.
Okay, that was a really strong downtick. The E-mini is moving up.
Bot said yep, NQ running up here too.
I think that that's why we've ticked down.
IQ said looks like ZF topping at 114,000.
I don't know. They ticked back up way too easily there, guys. We just talk like Friday that Ethereum is way underestimated, and with the updates that are planned to integrate it, it will solve the scalability problem hacks. The value should at least be the same. Well, that's the conundrum, though, isn't it? Is would the value would the play in Ethereum outweigh Bitcoin itself plummeting? Because the way that the market's been trading, I don't think it would. I think that everything is just going to follow Bitcoin.
IQ said i.imager.com.
Ethereum would need to completely decouple. Which would be great if it happens, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I know the market interest right now is at a low level, but still a lot of cool projects out there. And this Bitcoin crisis, if Bitcoin is high, everyone is high. Well, yeah, they're
Bot said,
high.
I think as long as ZB stays above 143.11 they can still trade higher, IMO.
I agree with John on that. I think that we could still go higher. I'm wondering if this move above the VWAP in ES is just like a trap or a fake out.
IQ said they equals ZF.
Because the treasuries don't seem to be react. They'll tick with the E-mini, but then there's no like follow through. Oh, you're gonna play the music super loud or something. What the heck?
Bot said no, they equals ZB. Bot said 13 was overnight high in ZB, now using it as support level 1. Bot said with S2 at 11.
How low do you think Bitcoin will go down if this is a bull trap? Let's see here. Does it save my? Let me grab this over here. Um, okay, there. No, that's not it either. Oh, there it is. That's not right either. Oh, I know why. I have to run it again. Those numbers. Everything that you just saw there was like another script that doesn't even work. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Where did my calculator go? Yes.
Bot said NQ made it back to test overnight VPOC at 7,167.00.
Okay, so if this plays out the way that I'm worried about, you're talking about at least 5,500. At least. Do you think it will be another all-time high 21K this year? Not if we touch down to 5. No. Okay, well they really came off there. I think normally I would have gotten out there. How long have I been in this for?
Bot said still looks to be pushing higher, not good for ZB and an extension of the highs.
An hour. Okay, so they put a lot on there. 005, but there's like 5,000 sitting here at 120 that's not budging. And they bought through that. Okay. Let's firm that up, please. Hmm. Okay. Well, they're still gonna hold it. There is a bit of buy-in here. Yeah, 5,500 tough pill to swallow, even for Bitcoin. Peter Brandt said in one of his tweets that we might see less than 2,900 this year before a run up. Yeah, I do find that plausible, because if we follow exactly what happened after Mount Gox, if we play that out almost to a T in terms of swings, and we assume that the move up that we've had since the bottom is the first swing up, then what should happen is we should move down off of this to 5,500, and then we will have a more significant pump, almost maybe back up to 10K, followed by a prolonged bear. And that prolonged bear could easily take us to 2,900. Or, whatever it was that they fell from in Mount Gox. I'd need a more detailed chart. But you could probably follow the percentages pretty closely from what happened after Mount Gox.
Bot said 11's holding for now.
So you see here in the futures, they're selling in the futures. They continued down. I don't know what it is, why I feel... It seems to me like it should be an easy call for me in Bitcoin. But I'm still questioning if I'm actually going to get out. I think maybe the reason why is because I'm haven't done it before, for starters. And because there's a lot of work, saying I have to go through and put a bunch of orders on a bunch of different exchanges, move a ton of stuff to Coinbase. You know what I mean? And while I'm doing all of that, it could fall apart on me. And I'm also not where I want to be on a lot of my altcoin trades. You notice when I was going through them all, I was kind of like, well, I don't want to... I think I'm still married to them and still attached to my altcoin trades. And then there's Bitcoin Cash itself. That's a problem too, that I have quite a bit in the Bitcoin Cash. Now, the other possibility, I guess, is that, remember that it's up to about 100 is where I'd start to say you should think about getting out, but it's gone up to 150 many times. So another possibility is that we get a spike of buying, and I don't have it here anymore. Um, I'm sure that if I calculate it out, though, that it's going to be somewhere between 15 and yeah.
Boss said.
I have a lot of alts that I am not willing to sell until April. I'm still hoping for an increase on the Bitcoin pair. Yeah. This might, I mean, this is really hard because the trader in me is saying that it's going to go higher. Just because right now there's too much there's more. I think that you're going to stop more people out if you move higher. Does that make sense? The people that are in Bitcoin right now are like they're gonna hold it forever, right? And all of those people that you can wash out, I think that they were already washed out at 6, and they haven't participated in this move up. And this move up, I think, was largely like a short covering rally. Okay. And then we got up there. That was like a bull trap. They shorts came in and took it, and they washed a few people out. And now I think that you got all those longs are gone. I don't think that there's any other longs to push, and so I think that if we got a bull run here, if somebody decided to buy it and push it up, that shorts would get creamed, and you could have a fairly quick move up. So if we watch on a 4-hour, 6-hour, 1-day chart from 20K, we can see that this is a downtrend with no reverse, and this is a bearish market, and it might go way more lower. Yeah. Well, I would say that from a valuation perspective, and when you look at the transaction value, yeah, this is a bear market. We didn't have enough interest on this move to make a new high. We just don't. I always said that. I always, this is the thing that, okay, so that was a good tick up. This is the thing that I think messes me up the most, is that I said, okay, we went down. We should now have a move back up to around 15 to 18, but we can't make a new high. But then what happened was we just ranged around for a long time. Volume dried up, and so exactly what I thought the indicator would do happened, but at a much, 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 much lower price than I expected. And so, yeah, I really question what's going on. Well, that was a lot of volume long. It's interesting how quickly the Treasury market turned there. Are they just reacting to something that's going on in the E-mini? Because the E-mini moved up. They made just a little bit of progress, like literally 2 points, and then came back to the VWAP. And they look like they might even do like a head and shoulders sort of a thing. And meanwhile, when I look at Treasuries, it just looks like the pullback, and that it's going to make a new high. especially when you see how much buying volume came in there. Still not giving me my 4 ticks. So all the crap from tweets, news, etc. It might go up to 50k, 100k. It's nonsense from a story told by charts and market cap. It's bearish. Well, I think that anybody that goes and puts those kinds of targets on Bitcoin are talking out their butt, because honestly, there's no analysis that could possibly predict that far into the future where it's ultimately going to get to.
Bot said I'm stepping away for a bit, so you know what that means.
It's gonna
Get
pop
ready
up
for
now.
a move when I'm gone.
It's gonna pop up now because John is away. Yeah, it could take a while to recover. And while that's happening, we could lose 50 to 80%. It's kind of funny because when you look at a trade like this in Bitcoin, and we say, okay, you could potentially lose half of your money, but if you stick in it, you could actually gain like a double or more. And so from a risk reward perspective,
Tucker said, damn Seth, still in this trade?
Yeah, I'm still in it. Yeah, I don't like what I just saw there in ZF though. Hmm. Hum. Look at, I mean, look at how strong those upticks are. Yep. Pretty easy touch there. Offer looks weak in ZF. Or what are they saying in Bitcoin here? Support is non-existent though, and 4 hours about to have a nasty 2050 death cross. Oh. The pumps are decent volume though, bounced off the TD risk line of that 9 cell, but this whole move looks weird, almost like some whale accumulating in the most inefficient way possible. Support is non-existent though, and okay, well, there would have been my 4. So we could at the very least get filled. So I should move up my stop. Decent amount of volume traded there, so there's a really good chance that it's gonna go through. It's just they just gotta get around the profit takers, or ZB needs to start ticking up again.
Block buy.
Okay. Well, here the ZBs definitely has to make a new high now after all that.
Tucker said, Seth, you've been pretty consistent and profitable on Sim these last few months. Why haven't you pumped up the size?
That's a fair question. The only reason I haven't pumped up the size is because when I go live next week or whatever it is, I'm only gonna be trading one contract, so I don't think that I should be developing the habits of trying to manage multiple contracts. Until I've done it on live for a while and I'm really confident and I've built up enough of a buffer, in the live account. So, I think that I'm going to be trading on one contract for quite some time. Probably. Because we're going to be starting out with I think it's going to be a $2,000 account. So, you know, if I have like 5,000, then maybe, well, let's say 3 or 4,000, then I might think about putting a second contract on. If it was if I was
Tucker
doing the
said, do you
combine
have
again.
any goal to size up monthly/yearly?
Well, yeah. So first of all, if I was still doing the combine, I probably would have sized up. But I want to base my sizing up based on the win rate and consistency. So, you know, if I, you know, have another 3-month period where I'm consistently profitable and my account size says that it can support it, then I would consider sizing up. But you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I am certain that when I move over to live, that's going to be tough. I mean, there's always going to be challenges in doing that. So I don't want to get too you know, overly ambitious and going right into the live account and then
Tucker said, what about
you know,
like 10 plus lots? The ultimate goal for me is to push to that size and start making some serious money.
Yeah, I mean, I think 10K lots, when I calculated it out, was about the point where I could just do that for a living. But to do 10K lots, I think I would need like $10,000 to $15,000 in my account. So, possible. Now the good news is that we've been doing pretty good. My wife and I, just on everything in our budget and not spending a lot. So, you know, we've been able to save and pay off a lot of things, and we've saved up a ton of money to do our yard this summer. Is the big one. So when we get the yard done, and we still have all of this, you know, basically no debt and a bit of extra income every month, you know, I should be able to build up my account size just from saving as well. That's why I'm going to be basing the sizing up much more based off of consistency than I am whether or not my account can handle it. So what are they saying in here?
Tucker said, pardon me if it's a super personal question, but what sort of PNL would you need to see to go full time?
It's a good question here. I would have to calculate it out again. Okay, so what were they saying? I do have a lot of... no. So if we watch on a 4-hour chart... Oh, we already talked about that one too. Oh, take the profit, remember Friday. Well, it's not done yet. I can still just take the +4 if we have to. But look, there's a 5K there. Like I have... Well, I should move this up. I have this huge order behind me. And plenty of reason to say that we're going to go at least 143.21. So, yeah. Definitely not the place to take a profit, in my opinion. That block buy triggered at the same time you see a huge amount of sellers hit the market on ES to the second. Yep. It kind of looks to me like the treasuries have been buying it all morning, and that they knew the E-mini was going to go down. You know what I mean? They go and they hedge themselves with treasuries first before they go and they dump out of the SPOOs. For the market to grow needs a lot of money for crypto to get public attention, and then the market will be again going up with money from people like us. That's why I said...
Oreo said sorry, I am rather new to stocks. I downloaded Robinhood to try to learn some tricks about it. Can I ask what helped teach you guys?
Yeah, why I said the whale factor is the most influential, not technical analysis. Technical analysis works when whales let go temporarily. I would agree with that statement, generally speaking. The problem, though, is that it's almost impossible. Oh my. Okay. Look at that one. Pretty big absorption
Oreo
there.
said thank you.
And yeah, Robinhood is, I guess, is okay if you're trading stocks, but if you're, and you have a super tiny account. But I think if you want to make a living day trading, you're probably more likely to be successful with it by trading futures. Def Pluto, people like us needs to keep their money in the market. The whales always keep their money safe.
Oreo said have you made significant income from stocks?
Yeah, so they can pump. See, this is where I'm saying it seems to me like maybe you saw some whales get out already. I feel like what's driving the Bitcoin... Excuse me. Let my stomach equalize here. I feel like what's moving things right now is more pure trading. You know what I mean?
Bot said counter trend period kicking in here in ZB. 10:15 to 10:45 Eastern Time.
So I think I'm going to get out here if they give me an opportunity before they hit the stop. Because what's going on in ZF here, and unless we tick up and it's like a super, super strong tick, because with a trade that big, I think it's at least short term more significant than the larger trend that we've been relying on. And I don't know how this particular trade is going to resolve, so I'm going to get out. Okay, so that was a super strong tick up. They had like 4K followed it. Okay, then now that one didn't hold. I don't think that was a real fill. Pretty big orders going through there. Well, the sim says I was filled. I'm probably 1,000 in line, 500 have gone through. So it's possible that I got filled there. It's impossible to really say for sure. Not without more experience on my side of actually getting real fills. I think this might still clear. Trading volume on exchanges are just 30%, 70% is over the counter? Really? Can you provide stats for that? Because that would be a big deal if it's true. Which by the way, brings us back to the thing that I think has kind of been killing this rally was the news that the Mount Gox whale is out there and had been given permission to sell. And it really seems to me like this guy that was doing it either wanted the price of Bitcoin to collapse or he is just a really bad trader. Because he could have done over the counter for sure. Okay, and he didn't. But then number two, he was selling into support every time. Which, like, sure, that's great. That gives you people, that gives you liquidity there, because you break it, there's going to be people that are going to be looking to buy it. But if you sell the rips, there's way more available for you there. And he could have been selling the rips on the way up. He could have gotten everything out probably near the highs. And it would have been good for Bitcoin in general, because it would have put some reality into the market compared to all of this just crazy bubble buying that we had back then. And so I have to say that's my view on that guy. Okay, so look, we did get filled. Okay. All right. So let's see what you guys think about that. Oh, what is Bitcoin backed up by? Nothing. It doesn't need to be backed up by anything. Hold on. I'm gonna step away, use the bathroom. We'll talk about why it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be backed up by anything. Okay, so here's why it doesn't matter. Bitcoin is a transaction network. Don't think of it like a currency. If you think of it like a currency, then it's never going to act the way that you expect it to, because it's not a currency. It's a transaction network. And it just so happens that the way that you use this transaction network is you have to buy a token. So the value is derived by the amount that you have to pay to buy a token. And because of that, the value of the token ends up being dependent on how much money you can actually move through with that token. So that's why we look at how much money per token on an average basis is being transacted with Bitcoin, and that's basically how we determine if we're overbought or we're oversold. See? So it doesn't have to be backed by anything. People just have to be willing to use the network. As long as people are willing to use the network, it's worth something. Now, the issue that we're having right now is that not as many people want to use the network anymore. There's just not as much activity on the network. And when we look at the rate of change and everything else, it looks like that interest will continue to decline.
Digital Shot said, "What's up?"
So something would have to come in and happen to really increase interest. Otherwise, it's just going to go down.
Bot said that one tick fail on the retest of 18 to 17 in ZB suggests we will retest 11 now.
Should have seen that volume that happened way up at the top, and I probably could have gotten 2 more ticks out of it. That's unfortunate. Okay, what's Soylent? Oh, by the way, we need to add Soylent to be able to post stuff. There we go. BFX shorts were already stopped. No longs enter. Shorting after the stop run feels right to me. Okay, well, in the past 15 minutes or so, Bitcoin failed the VWAP and started moving lower. You can see it right there in the futures. They were selling it the whole time. So they saw it. It gives us a pretty ugly candle right here. And I'm thinking that if I wanted to cash out, maybe it's already too late. Okay, Marius, so Ethereum takes a step towards institutional US trading. Yes, that would be something that could move the market up. For sure. Like Ethereum futures? Oh man. Let's go. I would love that. Let's just do this all over again. So Soylent said BFX, I think he meant Bitcoin. Shorts were already stopped. No longs entered. So shorting after the short stop run feels right to me. Well, that's kind of the thing is I'm saying that there isn't a lot of fuel for them to push it lower.
Digital Shot said, I see Alligator Fran Awadal are still here. Nick. ETH also. Digital Shot said asterisk nice.
Dan Wheels trying to reset the RSI.
Digital Shot said sweet.
Where you been? The financial mind order flow indicator. Let's see what it looks like. I'm interested. Well, they have really cool looking slides. Okay, so it shows icebergs, big market orders, and a shift. Okay. What does it look like though? Oh, yeah. It's kind of just this sort of a thing. No big deal. Or nothing too special. But I'm going to allow it. Since they look like they got all their ducks in a row. Okay, where did we get out at again? Okay, so I got in at 5. I got out at 25. So 02. Did they touch the 11? They did not touch the 11 in ZB.
Digital Shot said, I was really fed up with my combine and with trading the ZB. I sort of started over again and started looking at the ZN. It's a really good switch if you somehow manage the ZB, but...
That's funny. So, but you were... let me just reread the whole thing. I was really fed up with my combine and with trading ZB. I sort of started over again and started looking at the ZN. It's a really good switch if you somehow manage the ZB, but you are still missing something. So I traded the ZN a while on a simulated account, somehow got the hang of it, and now I am trading it with my own money. These combines take so long. It is really annoying.
Digital Shot said trading went down to 1 to 3 trades a day, but it's more chilled now. ZN is way more chilled and better to watch. Digital Shot said you did. Digital Shot said nice.
Well, I'm not quite sure
Digital
what to
Shot
think.
said it's so much better, and the interesting thing is that you can use the ZB as a leader.
Yep.
Digital Shot said so there is one more puzzle piece.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at this move in Bitcoin down, and I'm wondering if they have any more in them. So I think that they're going to touch this VWAP, but or maybe even right here. But I'm not sure about
Digital
past
Shot
that.
said if the ZB isn't doing what I intend to do in the ZN, then I don't take the trade. It's really good for me.
Okay, they're coming back. Well, there's some buying in here. I mean, it could still can recontinue the uptrend, but it seems like there's a lot more selling now. Trump, not enough political support to raise age for buying a gun. I don't think that raising the age to buying a gun does anything. Because all of these guys that went on shootings were either over 18 or they stole from their parents. I was a store, though, when I was selling to somebody that was 18. I would want their parents to be there, though. They'd certainly have to be above 16. I wonder if they already have policies on that.
Digital Shot said I sort of need the ZB and ZF. I don't trust the ZF alone. Digital Shot said so you accuttily managed the combine trading the ZN, dude that takes some time right? Digital Shot said haha. Digital Shot said yeah that's what I thought. Digital Shot said exactly. Same here. Digital Shot said very good, could have done it on a demo account though, these combines are a bit strange.
How so? With NQ rallying ever higher, I wonder how long this consolidation takes before Bitcoin follows. Either the regime has changed or Bitcoin will play catch up at some point. Interesting few weeks ahead. Okay, that's an interesting perspective, but he does have an interesting observation. Oh yeah, that's what I did.
Bot said Seth still say the one tick fail at 17 looking for 18 suggests we will test 11. IQ said touch 11 by when?
This is a good point.
Bot said having said that we now have a double bottom at 12 so. Digital Shot said yeah it's just costs money, but I fell for it too, it's the illusion that you will get trading fast, was okay for a certain time though. All good. IQ said 12 equals sup here. Bot said time to get after 21 target. Bot said last half hour of London, Europe. Bot said time for one final push. Bot said need to break 17, 18 to stay with this idea. IQ said maybe today ZB may turn into an NR4 day CR equals 13 RTH.
I must say that the chart looks really positive. Okay. Let's see what this ticks up now in ZF. Nope, not what I wanted to see. Ticked up, not a huge bit though. This is firming up. For some reason it didn't place our stop. That's kind of weird. They need to tick up and put a big bid on it, or this is just gonna...
Bot said double top forming at 17. Still think 21 is in the cards this morning.
Yup. Good deal. So now that I said in the chat room that I went long, it's probably going to completely fail on me. Oh, okay. So that's not good. That O2 got weak. Hmm. That's not a good sign. Hmm. First Ellen, now John Oliver, and we still sit here and be bearish. Okay, yeah, you're right. So Bitcoin did hit the target, and it seems like that should be, under normal circumstances, that would be all
Digital
they
Shot
would
said
have.
what happened with the coaches combine on TST.
Oh, I
Digital
don't
Shot
know.
said they actually blew it.
Did they really?
Digital Shot said well they were down big time and then there were no posts anymore.
Oh, right. You're right.
Digital Shot said but at some point I stopped following it, so I don't know what happened. IQ said I.imager.com.
Yeah, we don't want this. I don't want something that's ticking down there that strong like that. So we made the right decision getting out. I think it was an okay trade when it happened. You have to watch Caden and you. Oh, those are yen. To make a really good entry for ZB and CN. Canadian yen and US yen are moving up. Well, I see them. I haven't been seeing so much. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of activity in 6J lately, but yeah, you can see that it's been moving up this morning slightly. I think though that the driver here is more the news from Friday that we didn't have any wage inflation for starters, and there's a 10-year auction today, so you're going to tend to see buying up going into that.
Digital Shot said such a strange stuff and way, you just need 1,5-2K to trade one contract. These 50K combines are total BS.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a 50K.
Is about 5K in margin for the ZB, and 2,5 for ZN. So.
Yeah, exactly. So to be only allowed to trade 4 contracts on a $50,000 account is ridiculous. I agree.
Alligator said it's calibrated to take enough fees to cover max allowed drawdown when funded, and more so they need you to take a lot of time and reset as often as possible.
Yep. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that they intend it to be this way. I still think that they have the best of intentions, but clearly it's just not going the way that they want, and I think that the incentives are all wrong. All wrong. Yeah. Well, it may yet tick out of here. As we said, it looked weak there at 020 and it held. Okay, well that was an okay tick up. It makes me want to take it again. But I still see ZF selling. So
Digital Shot said it's good if you can't control yourself enough. Mike B said their business model is to profit from subscriptions, not from people trading live accounts.
This guy, Bitcoin Misery Index, is flashing a buy signal. Yeah, see, they keep putting big orders here. It's way range bound here.
Digital Shot said emotionally addicted, haha, trading is crazy if you are not stable enough.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think I'm going to take any more trades. So I had one winner, one loser. And I only lost
Digital
one tick on
Shot
the loser.
said, yeah dude, good market.
And I just don't think it's going to move enough now for it to make it worth my while to take another trade, so. XRP news. Oh boy, Ripple.
Alligator said, why not opening an account and sim trading? Nowadays sims are good and you can save money vs and co. Digital Shot said that's the best option if you can control yourself not to switch to life account.
You know, as soon as I say, oh, maybe I'm done for the day, it starts showing signs that they're going to break a new high.
Digital Shot said, but you don't have the frame that the combine gives you, or most people. Including me. Sim is not very fun, it's so easy to hit a button and not worry about it. The combine. Digital Shot said, anyway, I need to eat something, see you guys.
Later, dude. Later. I would love to see right now an algo movement of 3 ticks with 3 times the volume in a few seconds. And then 7 ticks guaranteed. Well, it seems to me like they are getting ready to just shove this thing over the edge. Especially ZB. I'm going to cancel it. Yeah. It's just taking too long. And I have to go here in 5 minutes, so we're not going to mess with it. Well, I would have gotten filled. Okay, well, if we look at this, I would say I bought in about right here. Probably could have gotten it a little bit lower, so that's okay. And then I think I took this one off right here. Yeah. So I could have gotten a little bit more out of that, and maybe I should have taken it the first time. Oh, like it didn't fill me at 0.25. That's what happened. So I'm gonna say keeping that one was okay. And taking the profit where I did was good. It's been super slow since, and then there was this trade. That one was bad. So I'm just gonna say though, you know, two trades, winner overall. I think I did okay, and considering that it's just super range bound. When we have the auction, I think that we might see more action afterwards. So. Jeez. I don't see any other comments, so I will catch you guys tomorrow. Oh no, wait, we got 5 minutes, so we'll show you the last 5 minutes here. Then we go. Oh, there's Rackley. What do you so Rackley? What do you think about this fall? Because we've been postulating here. My indicator says that we come up here, we're still at like 90. I also though see kind of some signs that there's too many shorts out there. Oh, did they just tick up? Okay, so if I had taken that buy at 0.2 I might have been able to take it off for +1 right now. Anyways, I think that maybe there's too many people short here, and that we might have like a stop run up to like 1100 and then go down. But whew, my indicator says we're really expensive here. So I'm a little concerned, and I'm trying to figure out which coins I would want to have to take profits on. I was gonna. Haven't been following much lately, still not trading again yet. Why not? Just because you don't like where it is? Hmm. I mean, that's kind of the thing, is I feel like that there's too many people like you out there. Yeah, there they go. There they go. Unfortunate. There could be more in this, because this could definitely go to 0.6. Very unfortunate, but that's okay. I'm not missing out on anything. It wasn't worth the stress. I mean, what if it had gone down and I started getting tilty or something, you know? Are they gonna make it to the 0.6? I mean, that was probably a really strong move there. Oops. Okay, so there's 9:25. All right, well, we'll catch you guys tomorrow.